Today's date is October 8th, 2023, and we just witnessed what was the second worst Patriots loss of the Bill Belichick era in back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, I'm honestly pretty speechless if we're gonna be completely honest. I mean, this is the worst football team in the NFL. From 1 to 53, the coaching staff's terrible. Bill O'Brien should be fired. Bill Belichick should be fired. Mac Jones should be traded. Reset, reset. It's week 5, and this is where we're at.
John, you know what the league thinks of us? This is what the league thinks of us.
I mean,
Laughing
just
stock.
terrible. It's sad. I actually had to turn the game off today at around 10 minutes in the fourth quarter. Just that bad. It's terrible.
2 weeks in a row, we see Bailey Zappi come in the third quarter in a game that's impossible to come back from because our offense doesn't know how to operate properly, and it starts with. It's obviously, I feel like it starts with coaching. Like there has to be something in the game plan, but it does. The plan could be the best game plan in the world, but if your quarterback can't execute a simple play, it's mind boggling. You're not going to be able to get anywhere in this league with a
See,
quarterback who can't throw the ball more than 5 yards for a touchdown.
I 100% agree. Max, he's not the guy. But there's something else that's going on that's not made to the public, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's something
Like
within the
what?
locker. I mean, I think they're sick of Belichick, and I think they've given up. Honestly,
You
like I
think?
saw a couple clips today where, I mean, these guys are just missing their assignments. Trent Brown, the offensive line. I mean,
Oh my God.
Max internal clock is it's completely it's gone. He's gone. His confidence in the gutter. I mean, they've broken him. He's broken. He's a broken quarterback.
Today's game, it felt like they didn't even show up again. It was like what did they do the last week? Like what did they do? Seriously,
I
what went down in practice? Did they practice? Were there players
I
out on the field?
I don't even know. Like that, just they're lacking an alpha at the quarterback position. I think. I mean, you see Max strap up his helmet. He looks like he doesn't want to be out there. I mean, I mean, there's something going on in the locker room. I think this team's toast.
Yeah, Mac is certainly. I think he's proved that he is not him. He will never be him.
No,
At least not in New England Patriots uniform. He might be a serviceable backup somewhere, but you're right. The confidence is just not there. He doesn't have confidence making any throws, even with players that get open, which is rare because our wide receivers also suck. But when they are
there was
open, he can't hit an open receiver where it needs to be hit either. He can't throw
yeah.
his guys open. Which is what a lot of good NFL quarterbacks do. I get the receivers aren't going to be open every single time, but good quarterbacks throw their wide receivers open. That's not even in the arsenal for Mac Jones. That's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, I do agree, but the receiving core is Pop Douglas is really the only guy that can separate. And of course, he got concussed today. But Pop Douglas, there's something there, but we'll
Rip,
find a way. We'll find a way to ruin him. So, I mean, and then you get slow ass Devontae Parker on the outside. I am sick of that guy.
dude, I'm
Sick of him.
sick. I'm sick of third and longs, and our only answer to that
Oh
being a
my
fade
god.
route. That's a jump ball. That's a bad thrown ball. It's not back shoulder. It's not a jump ball. It's an in betweener. And then Parker tries to make something out of nothing, but like he'll never make the catch.
The chemistry. I've never seen such horrible chemistry. Not even horrible. He does. Mac has no chemistry with his receivers. None. And then people chanting for Zappy. I get it. Mac's horrible. Zappy comes in. He's missing receivers by 5-10 yards.
That's my
Like
point. Why are we rooting for Bailey Zappi to be in the game?
I
We've
don't
seen
know.
Bailey Zappi. We don't want Bailey Zappi.
No, we don't
Put
want
Will
Mac Jones.
Greer in, dude.
I know.
Put
Will
Malik
Grill.
Cunning. Put Malik Cunningham in. Like at least give us something. Like that would at
Hundred
least be
percent.
exciting.
Yeah,
The other
hundred
team wouldn't
percent.
know what's going on.
I know. I know. I mean, yeah, we're in a bad state. We're in a bad state right now.
There's a tweet that I retweeted today where it was. I actually have to read it because it was, my exact mental thought of what went down.
Yeah, you know what I do love
Here it
though.
is. Here it is.
What is
Wait,
it?
2 years ago, a rookie Pro Bowl quarterback and an elite defense took the Patriots to the playoffs. I felt like they were maybe just a star wide receiver away from getting back to true contention.
Yep, yep.
Instead, horrendous coaching and personnel decisions have left this roster in shambles, the quarterback ruined, and the offensive line a joke. It's inexcusable. As a 26-year-old, us 23, I've never felt
24.
further away from a title contention as a Patriots fan than I do this season. Which is true.
All of it's true. And
horrible coaching, horrible personnel decisions, and shitty quarterback play have led us to this moment.
And I did see another tweet. I mean, honestly, why aren't we acknowledging that you can see this coming from the past 5-6 years of the drafts? Terrible. Cole Strange, Isaiah Wynn, N'Keal Harry, Sony Michel. Like, these are our first round picks. Joanne Williams, second rounder. Like, you can go, the list goes on and on. Drafting Thornton instead of Pickens. Drafting Cole Strange. Like, you draft a guard if you're one player away. You're not one player away. You're an entire roster away.
I know.
I think Bill needs to hang him up. Hang him up, Bill.
At least from being a personnel decision maker. It's just been little things like this year. I feel like, we drafted better than past years, but like, look at the Falcons. They weren't good the past 3 years, but what they did was top 10 wide receiver pick, top 10 tight end pick, top 10 running back pick.
Yep.
And now they have a serviceable offense, even with a mediocre quarterback.
Exactly.
But because they drafted studs and they built their O-line in free agency and through the draft.
Yep.
But they drafted studs with their best picks in the first round. And now they have a serviceable offense with those guys because stars run the league. It's a talent-based league.
And they're competitive in every single game. There hasn't been a game where they're not in it. They're in every single game. It comes down to a one-score game. And
you look at a Patriots draft where we're trading back. We're drafting weird tackles and O-lines.
Oh, my God. The O-lines. The O-line's a mess. The
rookie wide receivers from Arizona State.
Baylor.
When there's for sure things out there that just pass up on because we're trying to take a gamble.
Yeah, I mean, it's just everything's so quick. Like, you can just tell when we're out there. It's just a lack of talent. Like, we're slower, not as strong and not as quick as these other teams that are flying around the NFL. So, just talent deficit.
The Saints put up 34 points and held us to 0. And they're not even good.
No, they were terrible. They've been averaging like 16, 17 points a game.
They're not a good team. And Derek Carr looked like a Hall of Fame quarterback today.
You know what I do look forward to, though? Honestly, it's funny. You got to look. You just got to get Mac's first turnover out of the way. You know it's coming to the first quarter.
The first one, it was just classic Mac where it was like he's stepping up in an already collapsed pocket and he's throwing a check down to a guy that has 2 linebackers on him. It's not even like Ramondre was open. Then he gets hit as he throws, and the ball just lands in Tyrann Mathieu's hands. It was like sweet serenity. We were all waiting for it to happen. He kept dropping back, and I was like, "Is this the play? Is this it? When's it gonna happen?"
No, and this is where we're at. I'm not kidding you. Every time we drop back, I think it's going to be intercepted.
Same.
He's got that little noodle arm. He winds back. His face is like, oh, just the worst. But
I know.
Oh, and then the pitch. He pitches it to Ramondre. What is he doing? He doesn't want to be out there. I'm convinced. He doesn't want to be out there.
I know. And we can't get the run game going because the O-line's so bad. Wide receivers, there's no threat passing. So if I'm a defense, I'm just playing man and then fucking shoving the box so we can't run the ball.
Exactly.
So no real threat. There needs to be something done. I think what they do the rest of this year is we release Bailey Zappi. We try to sign a veteran quarterback in free agency who's going to be a game manager. And we go out and, we just try to get our dignity back. Like, I'm serious. I would go try to sign like a Cam Newton or someone who's just gonna show up and
Yeah,
do
they're
their
not going to
job.
do that though. They're not going to do
I
that
know,
though.
but still,
So,
like,
realistically, what do you think the rest of the year entails? Like,
I think
I legitimately think we're the worst NFL team. We're the worst team in the NFL. I'm
no,
not.
I think the Broncos are the worst. I really do. After watching them play the Jets, it was
Yeah,
bad.
it was bad. Russell's terrible, but dude, we're right there. We're top bottom 2 or 3 team. Us, the Giants, and the Broncos. I think the
No,
Bears
definitely.
are better.
I think
So
next week, I think we see Bailey Zappi start and Mac Jones gets benched. You can't roll him out a third week. If you do, I think that's just a horror. Like, you have realized as a
but
coaching
did you
staff.
see Bailey Zappi? Bailey
I know.
Zappi.
Or Will Greer, start someone else than Mac Jones. He cannot roll out as a starter next week.
I know. But I feel like you have to give him. There's 12 weeks left in the year. Let him just shit himself on national television every weekend. It makes our job as fans, and we can. This guy, he's not him. He's not the answer.
I know. I do want him to have one good week, so that way we can like have a good week and then try to trade him before the trade deadline.
Yeah,
But
if
I'm Bill, I don't want another rookie quarterback. To be completely honest with you,
I
don't
do.
think Bill.
No, I think
you think with Bill Belichick, you think another rookie quarterback would be fine?
No, guess what? Bill's not going to be here. I'm convinced. I don't think he makes it to next season. He'll make it to the end of the year. I think Kraft.
You think Kraft's gonna fire him? No, I think you're out of your mind.
Nope. I think Kraft's going to fire him.
No, you're out of your mind. Kraft doesn't fire him. Not after one bad season. He won't fire him.
One bad season. Yes, it's one bad season right now, but this is 5 to 6 years in the making of
I agree.
one bad season.
I think that he gives up personnel decisions, but I don't think that they fire Belichick. I don't see next season. I don't see a world where that happens.
So you think it's October 8th, 8:22 p.m. You think Bill Belichick will be the head coach of the New England Patriots next year? Okay.
Yeah, I'm about 99.9% sure he'll be unless he resigns, which I don't see happening, but could. He doesn't get fired. He resigns.
No. He's got too much of an ego. He's not gonna resign because he's gonna go for that. He would resign.
Exactly the point. He has too much of an ego. He wouldn't. Kraft would sit him down, Big Bill. This is what the direction we want to go, and he'd be like, "All right, well, I'm resigning." So, and then he'd go coach the fucking New York Jets or something, the Giants. Yeah. He'd go to some other team, probably in our fucking division.
It's just so frustrating. You look forward as a football fan all week. You're like, you know what? This is the week we get back on track, and then you see number 10 run out of the tunnel with this little dusty uniform.
Morale hasn't been lower. Next week, we're playing the Raiders, who suck, and I think they're going to beat us by 21 points.
Oh, they should kill us. They should kill us.
Yeah.
But the loss of Judon Gonzo was terrible. You could just tell. Drain of talent.
Alfred
no
Jennings
pressure off
on
the
outside.
edge.
It's like, what is going on here?
Yeah, the corner, Miles Bryant. He's not an outside corner. He's a slot guy. He's getting burnt.
Safety plays lacking.
Not replacing Devin McCourty, a mistake. I mean, and then you see today, Jonnu Smith has 6 catches for 67 yards. That would be
right. Right, I know.
I guess. By the way, I've always been a believer in Jonnu. I'm taking a victory lap for that one. By the way, and you know that's true. You know that's true as well.
Oh my God, you haven't. I was gonna say something like, wonder why Jonnu looks like an all-pro tight end in Atlanta, but for us, he looked like he couldn't even catch a pass past the 1 yard line. Ridiculous. I know. It goes to think like, all right, do we just why is it that our offensive schemes can't play with the superstar? Like, I don't understand. Like, I just don't get it. Why do some other teams really make players shine, but it's just our offense where, they don't like having that one guy who's just going to go out and ball.
Yeah, I really don't understand. And then I'm watching the Eagles game today. can you imagine having like an AJ Brown, that just specimen on the outside that'll go get you a 50 ball, and then he'll take one to the house office slant.
Yeah.
Like, we just don't have it, and it would be awesome if we did.
But it is what it is.
Like, what do you realistically think? Are we going to lose the next couple games and start off like 1-7?
Well, let's look at their schedule to see. Because honestly, there's not a lot of teams that I would say we can beat.
Yeah, I mean, you got the Raiders next week. I'll take that as a loss.
Yeah, I think we lose to the Raiders, Bills, Dolphins, 3 losses in a row. There's no chance we win any of those. Commanders, we could end up winning.
I still don't think so.
That's a game,
honestly.
and the Colts without AR. That's a game we could end up winning.
Yeah,
he's done for the year too. By the way,
you think? I don't think he's done for the year.
He went to a hospital and got fucking getting MRIs done on his shoulder, dude.
I know, that sucks. I really enjoy watching AR. I think he's going to be an awesome young quarterback.
Giants, that's a game that we could pull out with. Chargers,
but
probably
Daniel
a loss.
Jones might be done for a while now.
Yeah.
He has a neck injury, I saw.
Chiefs loss, Broncos maybe, Bills loss, probably lose to the Jets in Week 18.
Yeah.
So how many more? So I'm saying if we win the games that are borderline, because there's games that we're definitely gonna lose, but I'm gonna say Commanders, Colts, Giants, Broncos. I'm saying we lose to the Steelers.
Yeah.
So
and
I honestly get four more wins, 5-win season.
Four. I think we're gonna win like 3 games. I think we're gonna win 2 more games the rest of the year. I'm being completely serious with you.
No, I believe you. It will definitely, brace yourselves, Patriots fans, because we're in for, a world of hurt this year, and it's not getting better anytime soon. Unless we somehow trade for Kirk Cousins.
It's just terrible. Kirk, get out of here with Kirk. Trade for T.
I'd trade for Deshaun Watson.
Oh, God, no.
Makes me think, too, why weren't we in the bidding for Trey Lance?
Yeah, that's interesting. But,
right?
Honestly, and then I did see another tweet.
And you can't even say, Trey Lance. Trey Lance, probably better than Mac Jones.
So yes, I'm out on Mac. I'm done. I'm not on the Mac bandwagon anymore. But realistically, honestly, if you were to get any other quarterback and put them in this situation, they would be like, I'm sorry, no quarterback is being successful in this structure, in this scheme, in this with the personnel in front of them and on the outside. Nobody's successful, and it's a shame. I don't think it's
successful, but I think there's some quarterbacks that would at least be able to get this team to an 8-8 record.
Yeah,
and not get blown out and not get massacred.
Yeah, I mean, but those are going to be like the top 3. Honestly, I could count probably 5 quarterbacks that would do that.
I think it'd be the top 15. I think the top 15 in this league would do it.
You think? So you think Kirk Cousins?
Yes, he would be able to get this team on an 8-8 record.
No, disagree with you.
I do. I think we would have won
because we would. What makes
first
you think
off,
that?
We would have won Week 1 against the Eagles. We probably would have won Week 2. We probably would have won against the Dolphins as well. That's already 2 wins. Those are 1-score games. And then we wouldn't have gotten Bears these next 2 weeks.
I guess.
Good quarterbacks win those games. Mac Jones is not a good quarterback. Not surprised he didn't make game-winning drives there.
No, I know. Yeah, I don't know. Top 15 I think is pushing it with the personnel they have. Really just terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Well,
there's a lot of frustration with the Minutemen. Yeah, it is what it is, exactly.
Look on to the future. Hopefully, we...
Caleb. Tank for Caleb. Tank for Caleb.
And the crazy thing is, though, I think how Caleb Williams was like, if I don't like the team, I'm going to... I think if the Patriots end up with number 1, I think he would go back to USC.
Can you imagine? I know, exactly. He lives on the West Coast. Why would he want to come to the East Coast and play for Bill Belichick?
Yeah. Unfortunate.
I don't know. A lot of season left, unfortunately. Really, there's not one positive you could take away from this game. I was trying to think, hey, maybe any special teamers? No, the long snapper, Cardona.
Kicker.
Terrible.
Kicker. Punter. Sucks.
Oh my God.
Cardona. Sucks. Ryland sucks.
My heart races when Ryland gets up there. I'm like, what is he going to do? He looks nervous himself.
I know.
He steps up there, he gets white as a ghost.
Because he's wearing fucking number 37. How can you have any confidence as a kicker wearing number 37?
God, it's just so bad. It's just such bad football.
I know, dude. Oh, man. All right, thinking of in our division now that we know that the Patriots are probably going to finish last.
Yep.
Who do you think is going? Because we had a good matchup between the Bills and the Dolphins, where the Bills' offense ended up, or it was really the Bills' defense, because both teams have a high-powered offense, but Bills' defense shut down the Dolphins. But then this week, Dolphins had a get-right game against the Giants, easily took care of business. Buffalo in London, not really surprised about this, though.
Yeah.
Loses to Jacksonville. And Trevor Lawrence played a really good game.
Yeah, he did. And the Bills lose Tre'Davious White and Matt Milano, I think he's the best linebacker in the NFL.
Oh, is Milano? I saw he got injured. Is he out?
He broke his leg.
Oh, he's done.
So he's out the rest of the year. But
Von Miller didn't come back though this week, right? He didn't play this morning.
No, it was weird. He played and then he just stopped playing it. That's at a certain time period, certain quarter.
Snap count. He's on a snap count. I bet.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I think Tua struggled a little bit today against the Giants. I still think it's going to be the Dolphins division. I'm not completely sold on Tua, to be honest.
The only reason I'm not sold on the Dolphins is I think 2 injuries ruin their season. 1, if Tyreek Hill gets injured. 2, if Tua gets injured.
Yeah, 100%.
I honestly think more so Tyreek than Tua.
Yeah, but you could say that about any team, basically. And honestly, I'm still not counting. Outside of our division, I'm not counting out the Bengals. They looked really good today. Chase had a day.
The Bengals did look good. It was against the fucking Cardinals. But I guess the Cardinals are a good football team.
Yeah, they're feisty. They're feisty.
Cardinals will probably beat the Patriots.
Yeah, 100%. They're scrappy. The Patriots have no grit to them. And the defense getting pushed around like they hung in there, but it's Derek Carr, guys. What are we doing?
I know. Ridiculous Derek Carr. Jesus Christ.
I know. But not sure. Let's see. Any other news around the NFL? Cooper Kupp came back, had a day.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp's awesome.
Rams look good.
Yeah.
Even though they lost to the Eagles.
Yeah, Puka's awesome. I'd
take the Rams.
Really good.
If Stafford plays good, dude, I'd take the Rams down the stretch. You know, if they can try to pull off, if they can get in the wild card round, I feel like that's a sneaky team.
Yeah, they've got talent on the offensive side of the ball. Defense, not so much.
Not so much.
Trying to think what else. The Eagles look really good. They're a well-rounded football team. Talent everywhere.
I know. I just feel like all their games have been like weirdly close.
Yeah, they have.
They're giving me
1.5 possession games.
It's giving me huge Viking vibes from last year.
You think?
It is. They're not it's not the same Eagles last year where they were beating teams like 30-10, 28-7. You know, it's not that. You're right. It's like one possession wins, and it just kind of feels very Viking-y, where the Vikings won all of their games on one possession games. It feels very Viking.
Same with the Giants last year. Vikings and Giants, same exact teams last year.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're both terrible, too. I mean, Jefferson got hurt today.
I'm excited to see the outcome of this Sunday Night Football game with Dallas and San Fran.
I know.
I think if San Fran wins, it'll be a big, all right, San Fran is obviously top dog.
Yeah, and I think this might be game of the year, honestly. These two teams are a lot of fun to watch offensively and defensively.
Yeah, I'm still not sold on Dak Prescott, though. I don't think he's going to carry them to shit this year.
No, Dak can't. No, you can win with Dak. Dak's not going to carry you to a win, though.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I think AFC, I honestly, even though Mahomes, the games are a lot closer this year, it's still Patrick Mahomes. I'm taking him. I don't care what team he goes up to against when he gets in the playoffs this year. I'm taking him every single game. He's just a guy. So it was like Brady. You can't bet against him. You just take him, and you can live with that if you lose too. That's the best thing.
Yeah, I agree.
You live with that.
Yeah. And the AFC North is interesting too because I know the Bengals are 2-3. They have a chance to get to 3-3, get to a bye.
Steelers defense.
That calf. Steelers defense is
secondary. Good. Cornerbacks not that
trash.
Good. But
you got TJ Watt. Dog.
linebackers and
Dog.
TJ. You don't even need to say defensive line. You just say TJ Watt, dude.
Yeah,
I watched
he's-
that last couple drives, dude. He was just a game wrecker.
He's a game. You literally took the words out of my mouth. Game wrecker. He just
A
wrecks
game
games.
wrecker.
Awesome.
It's not
He's awesome.
like he's not even a superstar. He's above a superstar. He
Yeah,
is like
he just-
Hall of Fame status. Like he is.
He gets.
Every play he is there. It's either you're
Yeah.
quick enough to avoid him, or you're too late.
Or he's picking
There's
up.
no
he's
in
picking
between.
up a fumble. Exactly.
There's no
He's-
in between. It's insane.
No.
Blows my mind.
Yeah.
If you have a player like
Um,
that on defense, Steelers they remain a team that's going to be a fringe playoff team because of that.
Yeah.
I don't care
And if they
who's
can-
on their roster.
If they can get some production out of their offense, you don't want to see the Steelers in late November, December. You don't
All I
wanna
see is
them.
that they keep hating Matt Canada. I feel like if
I
they
know,
were a team who had a good OC, that would be a
Oh, yeah.
lethal offense. A lethal offense. Pretty good O-line.
Yeah.
Some weapons on
Yeah.
the outside. Kenny Pickett,
Yeah.
young, but if he figures things out, like that could be lethal.
Pickens he's really good.
Yeah,
He is
Pickens
a really good
dog.
football player. Yeah, love Pickens. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else here. AFC South. Shout out Jonathan Taylor just securing the absolute bag for the running back. The Colts decided it was a good idea to pay
Pay him
running
and
back
then
14
have and then have
And
him
have
running
Zach
back
Moss.
$1 million
exactly.
who just went off today. I mean, that's just not a good look. That's the last thing you need. If
No.
you're like the Colts, you don't give a guy a bag and then make sure that the number 2 guy who makes not even like 5% of that goes off. Because it's like, all right,
Yeah,
why
but
the fuck do we
they
just
could
pay
have
this
been-
guy?
They could have been easing him in though,
I know, but it's like,
because he missed
Easing him
all
in,
of
dude.
training camp. Pup,
give
he's
him
on
the
pup.
rock, dude.
He's a dog. He'll be fine.
Yeah, but it's just, why are you paying a guy when the backup can do even better?
Yeah. And then last couple of questions regarding the Patriots. Who realistically would you trade before the deadline? Get some draft capital or something like that.
I'd trade Mac Jones.
All right, well, nobody wants Mac Jones. I'm talking like skill position guys on offense, like Bourne.
I'd trade Bourne, Parker. I'd trade Trent Brown to a contender. I'd dump. Everyone's on the trade block. I'm fielding calls for every position. I'm not joking. You couldn't name one player, maybe besides like Demario Douglas and Ramondre and Zeke.
Yeah.
But Zeke's only 1
No.
year, so I'm taking calls on him
Yeah.
too. But
nobody wants
I'm
Zeke,
not
though.
joking, John. Name a player, and I'd probably say
100%. And honestly, you could convince me to trade Ramondre too. I know the offense line's terrible. He looks like shit though.
yeah, he does.
Um,
And sorry to say, even on the defense, I'd be fielding calls too.
yeah, but like who realistically
Guy like-
wants anybody from our defense?
I know.
Like they're like, yeah. Honestly, we traded for JC, but like the
What
safeties.
the fuck's that gonna do? Yeah.
Yeah, what is that gonna do? Why not go get a receiver, Bill? But I'm disgusted with Bill. I don't know.
All right. Well, it is what it is. I feel like we should stop harping on that. Hopefully next week. I mean, like,
Like,
can they regain some dignity?
Yeah,
Just
like
let's score a touchdown. Let's start there.
I'm trying to be positive. Like, do you see anything positive that's gonna lead us to next week? Because I do not. I honestly,
if we can get over 100 yards on the ground, I'd count that as a positive. That'd be a step in the right direction. Just getting 100 rushing yards.
oh yeah, 100. I mean, we have to get like 75 first. We're at like 45
I
right
know.
now.
Well, oh well.
Oh well, it's what we love, but it is what it is.
All right, that wraps up things here. On to Vegas. Shout out to the Cessas there at the game. What a horrible game to go to. I apologize for that, but shout out to the Cessa fan.
Go Pats.
Go Pats.